What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new sort of video today. This is the first F1 2021 challenge video that I'll be attempting. This is the Championship Challenge. So for those of you who have been living under a rock or just not paying any attention to Formula 1 this year, a couple of weeks ago Max Verstappen beat Lewis Hamilton on the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to become the new world champion. In today's video, I'll be attempting to rewrite history and to bring the driver's title to Mercedes. Thanks to the new real season start function in the F1 game this year, I'll be driving the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, attempting to beat Max Verstappen to the title. Unfortunately, Codemasters are yet to update the real season start mode for the final race, so I had to start from Saudi Arabia and close the points gap myself. I was unable to set the fastest lap, so the gap stands at one point in the game, thus we're just going to pretend the points are tied just for this video. I feel like I've done enough talking at this point, so let's just get right into the race and see if we can bring home the World Championship.
Welcome to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of another thrilling Formula 1 season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a track that's been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Marina circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in two places, turns 8 and turn 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and I hope plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Cohen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda, and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, George Russell, and Nicholas Latifi, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing, as we head to trackside for today's race.
We're still in with a shot at the driver's title. It's down to this. Now go out there and come back a champion.
So here we go then, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the whole season on the line. There is our rival Max Verstappen starting second on the left hand side, basically the same thing as the actual qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, just as Bottas in front of us instead. But hopefully we'll be able to beat Verstappen and bring on the championship. If we finish ahead of him and finish in the points, that should just about do it. So here we go then for 5 red lights for the start of the final race of the season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Championship Challenge about to get underway, lights out and away we go. It's a decent getaway, far different to what we've seen in driver career and the prodigy so far. Leclerc's already up our inside going to turn 1. We're nice and clean, not giving too much space to sort of squeeze him out there. Bottas is in our way. Move over to the left hand side and make it past him pretty quickly. Hitting a bollard in the process, not the best of starts in terms of hitting stuff, but regardless, we're through into P2 now, and we now have free reign to begin chasing down Max Verstappen. Not too much of a gap between us to start this thing. He's right there in front of us, the gap within half a second. Not going to have the DRS until lap 3 here, so we have to make do for the time being. Gone a bit wide for that last left-hander, but we should have a decent tow going down this back straight, going down in towards the left-hander, which of course we had a very controversial incident between Hamilton and Verstappen on lap 1. Let's try not to recreate that. Instead, we're going to try and go dancing through on the inside. What a dive in towards turn 6. Very good stuff. I think it's turn 8 to be honest now I'm thinking about it. Regardless, decent dive there, no contact made, very clean, and that's us up into the lead of the Grand Prix. But Verstappen's not finished yet. I don't think he's have enough to go for a move like we did there, so I think he's just going to fall back into line. Decent start from us though. We're up into P1 as we make our way through the left and right of Sector 3, which have now been removed from the Abu Dhabi circuit as of the 2021 Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Codemasters didn't update the game so we could have those corners, hence why I called the other corner turn 6 instead of turn 8, which I believe it actually is. Regardless, we're still pushing on here through Sector 3. We've got a decent gap. Well, not, I said decent gap, it's not too far between us and Verstappen. And it's Bottas, Leclerc and Perez behind. And right now it looks like we're bringing home both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships, because Mercedes already has the advantage going into this race, but of course we're behind in the Drivers' Championship, and that's why I chose Mercedes for this final race. So there we go then, end of lap 1, we've got a decent advantage. Moving on to lap 2 though, Verstappen's got a very good toe on us down towards turn number 6. So I'll say it again, turn 6, turn 8, there we go. Verstappen's on the right though, it's not over yet, so here he comes on the right hand side. He brakes way earlier than we do, we managed to get the better of him. And we've just simply outbrake the Dutchman, and that's us still remaining in P1 for the time being. This is a very different scenario than what I'm used to, because we're not usually in the lead in drive career or apology, but now Verstappen's got DRS on us, so he's going to make our task a lot more difficult here. It's us versus him. Bottas is kind of falling away a little bit, but he's going to have DRS on Verstappen as well, so he'll be closing in. There he goes to the right hand side once again. We give him the space, going into the left hander once again, same as last time, although Verstappen's brakes a little bit later than he did on lap 2, so we're still right there, but he's had to move out, and there goes Bottas around his outside up into second place. That is what we want to see from our teammate, trying to hold him off throughout this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but Verstappen has the edge on him, and with the DRS he's managing to shoot past him. They're still side by side, and we're giving them the option for the MFD change, but as I say that, I've paid too much attention to it, and I've overshot the corner way too much. We still managed to hold on to things. No warning or any penalties for cutting the corner essentially, so we're all right there. Moving on to lap number 4 though, Verstappen's still right there with us. Bottas once again has dropped back a little bit more. We'll be needing him to close up with that DRS. We're going to see if we can back Verstappen up into Bottas, just by going a bit slower, because we are really holding up quite a train here. We've gone way wide into that left-hander though, and Verstappen's taking the lead by half car length. We're going to try and get the edge back on him. Well, there we go, the much faster engine on the right-hand side, but it's no good, because here comes Verstappen with the DRS, and he absolutely breezes past us, no trouble at all. Going to move right back inside his toe. He's defending inside, so we're going to have to go to the outside if we want to take the lead back from him. We think better of it, just briefly tried to go for a move, but then just decided not to, so we're going to have a better run at him down this next straight with the second DRS zone of the lap, so we're right behind him to get going here. We go to the left or the right, we're going to go to the right hand side, going into the next left hander. We breeze past him, absolutely easy work there, no effort required whatsoever, and we overshot the corner once again, but not as much as last time. Verstappen's still staying there inside, a bit of contact, but we managed to get away with it. No damage done to either one of us, very much so. Still leading the way here. Leclerc's moving away into third. Bottas is dropping back. What's happened to Valtteri Bottas? He's fallen away, and I think he might have some kind of issue on the car, and I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Although it does now mean that we now no longer have Bottas backing us up, so it's going to be me potentially taking on both Red Bulls, although Perez seems to have his work cut out for him and trying to pass Leclerc. We'll deal with Verstappen up front. There's a yellow flag there. We've gone a bit wide down. Verstappen takes the lead away from us, so now we've got work to do as well, just to try and get back around Verstappen. As Alonso's now at the session as well. Not sure what's happened to him. Moving on to lap number 5 though, our pit window is coming up quickly, so we're still behind Verstappen here, but we've got the DRS once again, and that should be easy work to breeze back past him and retake the lead of the Grand Prix. So not too bad at all. It hasn't been too bad a start to the race, but Verstappen's still right there behind us, so we have to be very careful. And Leclerc's there for company as well, as we almost lose the car a bit, getting very squirrely on the exit of the left-hander. Verstappen tried it up the outside, but couldn't get in there, so we're going to hold on to the lead for the time being. Gone over the curve a bit there, a bit too much more than what we'd like to. We've gone a bit wide there. We're going to lose control of the car. No, we're coming very close to hitting the wall, and that would have been the end of the race right there. We've lost 2 places in the process, 1 to Verstappen and 1 to Leclerc. If we can, we'll get Leclerc back before you have to go into pits. So we're going to dive to the inside, bit of contact there, very aggressive, but still managing to get away with it. So no damage done that would need to be repaired during this stop. So we're going to change on to the medium tyres here for this second and final stint of the Grand Prix. The Mercedes pit crew already out on the pit lane, getting ready to serve me. In they come now. Very decent stop there. The time 2.9 seconds. So definitely not the best I've seen, but still will get us back out on track as quick as they can. That's us down into P18 though. Bottas is still going. He's down in P19. So both Mercedes cars have now stopped, although Bottas is still a considerable distance behind. Meanwhile now everyone in that lead pack will be coming into pits on the start lap number 7, and for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you'll see on the right hand side of your screen that Leclerc has actually overtaken Verstappen in the pits. That's very good for us as they exit the pit lane behind us. We've got a decent gap of just under a second for Leclerc. He'll be closing that in before you know it. Bottas just hit the fastest lap of the race. So all in all, not too bad a first half of the race. We're still showing the way as we move on to lap number 8 now. Everyone else will be coming to pits, and we shall overtake Sergio Perez and retake the lead of the race. But Leclerc and Verstappen are still right there for company. Leclerc's right there behind us, while Verstappen is just about within a second. He's still got work to do in this race. Pushing to lap number 9 now. Leclerc is going to have his first full attack on us for the race lead. He's got the DRS. Which side will he try and go for? Will he try and stay on the right, or will he try and go left? Is he going to make a move? Oh, there he goes on the left. He's right there on the inside. We broke a bit early there. Leclerc's now got to move in on the outside, and there he goes around the outside. We had to lift to let him through, just to avoid contact. We've got the DRS on him now, so it's not over yet. Here we come down this next straight. We're going to should be able to go around the outside of Leclerc here. He moves over, practically letting us through. And Verstappen's still right there behind us, so we have to be careful of him. We're still side by side going through the start of the chicane. Leclerc backs out, and that's back up into the race lead on lap number 9. As we move on to lap number 10 now, it's now Leclerc's turn. He's now in the exact same position that we were a lap ago. He's got the DRS. He's going to pull out to the left-hand side. We're going to give him the space, not try and force him out, because he's clearly got the faster car down the straight. He's locked up a bit though, and that's going to give us all the impulse we need to try and make a move. There we go, around the inside, back on the outside again. Leclerc just about has to back away, and we fend him off for the time being, and that's us back up into the lead with just 4 more laps left to go in this race. Moving on to lap number 11, the end of sector 1 on the 11th lap. Leclerc and Verstappen still right there, and Perez is closing as well. He's almost within DRS range of his teammate, and Norris is just behind him as well. We've gone way wide there, and that allows Leclerc to retake the lead, and Verstappen's going to be right there with us. He's moved in behind, but now he's going to move back out again. He's got the DRS, and he should be able to get past us. No trouble. Will he have a go on Leclerc for the lead as well? We may be in such a poor situation here. He could actually go for the top spot. He's looking around the outside. We're gonna break early and stick behind these two, because hopefully there'll be an opportunity for us to repass them both with the DRS. Verstappen, make a bit of contact with him there. We've got DRS on Leclerc, and so is Verstappen. He'll take the race lead away, but it's not, but only for a moment, because we could try and charge back down the inside, go for a super late dive on the brakes, very late into the corner. We've overshot it a little bit. Verstappen has a way in. He's on the inside, and there he goes with a bit of contact. We've managed to hold on to it only just. We've gone wide though, and Verstappen could retake the lead if he can. There he goes, and Leclerc follows him through. So we're now back to square one where we were at the start of these last few straights, and Leclerc in second, Verstappen in first, but Leclerc's locked up though, so we're going to take the opportunity and dive for the inside, and that's P2 back in our clutches once again. Move on to lap 12 now. We've got the DRS on Verstappen for the lead. We've had a bit of a poor exit from the last corner, so we've fallen back a bit, but the DRS should help us to no end as we make our way down this next straight. We go for another late move into the left-hander. There we go on the brakes. This time we're a lot better through the line, and that should allow us back up into the race lead. We've got to hold on for just over 2 laps, and that should be the World Championship. We've gone a bit wide there, but all good. Verstappen's about half a second behind. Moving on to towards the end of lap number 13 now. We're doing very well here to hold off Verstappen. Leclerc and everyone else has fallen back here. We've gone way wide. We've gone way too deep in the corner. Verstappen's on the outside. We're going to have to lift to allow him through. And Verstappen now takes the lead. So this could be the end of our World Championship here. We're still right behind him. It's not over yet. So we're going to give you the full benefit of watching this final lap. And it feels like the exact opposite of the real life Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, because this time it's the Red Bull in the lead with the Mercedes chasing. So here we go now onto the start of the last lap. The fans roaring us on. Who is going to win the World Championship on this final lap? Is it going to be us, or is it going to be Verstappen? We've got to stay within DRS range. Leclerc has fallen back a bit, as has Norris, as has Perez. It's all about me versus Verstappen for the top spot and for the World Championship. We've got to stay in DRS range as much as we can in order to win this thing, because that should be able to help us get the job done. We've gone a bit wide there. We've got a very poor first sector, and a poor start to the second sector too, but as long as we stay within that half-second gap, we're all good. Verstappen's gotten away, but I don't think he knows the power of the DRS. As we come down this next straight, will we have enough to try and make a move to the inside, try and go for a late dive? Down the straight we fly. Is it going to be enough for us to win this thing? Will we try and go to the inside? No, we're going to think better for it, stay in line, because we'll get a much better run at him in the next DRS zone. We're going way wide there on the exit of the corner, but he's not scrubbing off any speed. We're still right there with Verstappen. This is it. This could be our last opportunity to win the race and the title. He's got the DRS, very good run, looking to the outside. Well, we managed to get the job done into the left-hander. We've managed to get fully clear of Verstappen though. Incredible stuff. We've retaken the lead. We only got to hold on for less than half a lap in order to win this World Championship. It's not over yet. Verstappen's still right there. A mistake, one more mistake from us, and we lose the race and the title, and the challenge will be over. So making our way towards Sector 3 for the final time. We've gone a bit too deep into the corner. We managed to hold on to it though. Verstappen sees no opportunity to pass, and it does look like we're all good here. Just 2 more corners away from victory and the World Championship with it. Verstappen's looking around, trying to find an opening, but there will be none. We make our way towards the final corner to secure what should be the World Championship. Verstappen's close. He's not close enough. We crossed the line, and that's it. We've won the World Drivers' Championship, and the F1 2021 World Drivers' Championship Challenge is complete. What a race that was. What an exciting finish. I'm really pleased how that went down. I'm going to be silent for just a bit and just allow you to enjoy the scenes that have just occurred on this final lap. So that's it then. We win the World Championship, a much more fitting end to the 2021 season. We've done it. We've won the title by 7 points over Verstappen. Not too bad a run. It came close, and it was close in the actual race, but in all of this, Red Bull have actually managed to win the Constructors' Championship over us. I guess Bottas not doing too well in the race put pay to Mercedes' Constructors' Championship hopes, but the Drivers' title is wrapped up for us. What an incredible race, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and be sure to ring the bell to be notified of all videos I post. I want to be doing a couple more challenge videos like this. So with that, I'm going to celebrate the World Championship in the menus after an incredible race like that.
Well, we both knew that if you continued to fall short of the team's expectations, you were at risk of losing your seat. So now it's happened. As of today, the team has concluded that your professional relationship is at an impasse and that they are declining to renew your contract. Or to put it more bluntly, they fired you.
Hang on a minute. What? Huh? What the hell?
Luckily for you, I saw this coming a mile off, and I've been negotiating a fallback on your behalf. Talks have gone well, and to cut a long story short, you have an option on an open seat on a different team. And since it's either this, or giving up on a career in Formula One, you'll note that I've already gone ahead and drawn up the paperwork.
Well then, for some stupid reason, we've been fired by Mercedes after winning the World Championship. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen ever, but I don't really care, to be honest. We've won the title. That's all that really matters. The challenge is complete, but I don't see why they fired me. I've been here for 2 races and they've given me the boot just like that. So we're now Williams drivers, I guess. I have no idea what's happened there. Alright, we're still considered the champion at least, so that nothing's changed in that front. But look how much we've apparently outperformed Russell by. 400 points to 25. Arguably, I do have Lewis Hamilton's statistics in there. But yeah, that's the weirdest thing, the weirdest way this could have possibly ended. Well, I guess this brings the video to an end. So with that, you guys, I thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm still in disbelief. What on earth? Why have they fired us? And why are we now Williams drivers? Regardless, so if you enjoyed the challenge, and yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to ring the bell to be notified of all videos I post. Because like I say, I want to post a couple more like this. So with that, thank you guys for watching. And goodbye. Jesus.